Hey guys, I was on TikTok earlier and I said I was going to do a quick live on. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I said I was gonna do a quick live on Facebook because I'm usually up in the middle of the night when I do my nails. But then my baby be crying and stuff, so I don't go live. But I'm gonna do a little bit of 3D art because I did this nail on TikTok, and then this is also gel polish because my nails just look like this. I didn't use any colored acrylic, but I put some gel polish on when I was on TikTok. I took off my previous design, and I had a brain fart and I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to go ahead and do a little bit of 3D because everybody loves 3D. And I've been sitting here watching Bad Boys, trying to watch Bad Boys. I was trying to get caught up on, my ratchet TV, but whatever. But welcome to the live. Make sure you share the live. Thanks for watching. On TikTok, you can't rewatch the live, like you can't go back and replay it. I don't think you can. So I said that I was gonna get on Facebook and do a couple of nails for you guys, just to tell y'all I miss you guys. Check in, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Sacramento. What I need to do is share the live because I always forget to do that. So I'm going to share it and then I'm going to start. So this is my 3D brush. It's a number 2 brush, and I already explained it earlier. Like, when it comes to brushes, I prefer to buy brushes from from warehouses, like nail supplies, local nail supplies. I very rarely buy a brush from online, especially like Amazon, because you don't know the quality that you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to have to replace it, but the best quality brushes are usually from nail supplies. C-Tones used to have a brush. I'm not sure if they still carry it. If you guys are out of the loop or have been out of the loop, it's been almost a year since I stepped down from C-Tone, so I am no longer affiliated with the company. It's been almost a year now. It was last year in June that I made the announcement, so yeah, it's been almost a year. So yeah, I have nothing to do with the company, so I don't know if they still sell brushes or anything like that, but I did design that brush. That is the brush that I use now. However, I don't know if it's still in stock or anything. I really don't know anything going on with the company anymore. So if you want a good brush and it's still up there, I would suggest getting that brush. If it's not up there, then I would suggest going to your local nail supply. I'm going to be using, obviously, some of the powders that I had from earlier. This is a stackable, the neon stack. It glows in the dark. Welcome, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check in. These are 20-gram powders. So I'm going to use 4 of the colors. There's black at the bottom, but I'm not going to use black. I'm kind of going for like a pride look, because June is Pride Month. But even if it wasn't Pride Month, I'd still be doing something like colorful or whatever, because it's summer. So, but welcome. I have a whole bunch of devices out, so I kind of gotta like move stuff around, make sure that I'm in the camera view. Again, this is a number 2 acrylic brush, and this is what I use for 3D art. It picks up really tiny beads. I'm gonna start with pink at the base, and then I'm going to go all the way up and end with blue. I was speaking earlier on TikTok about like pricing and how you price your 3D art. 3D art is not like a quick nail art. It's not quick designs, so that's why people charge more for it. It's also kind of one of those nail arts that a lot of people don't know how to do, and because a lot of people don't know how to do it or do 3D art, a lot of people charge more for it. It's not often that you find a nail tech that not only does 3D art but does it like nicely. I know that sounds kind of mean, but it's the truth. It's something that you have to definitely practice often to learn it. You have to have a lot of brush control. You have to know how to manipulate your acrylic. You have to work at the right speed. I used to add acetone to my monomer. I don't do that anymore, but I used to. Now I just work slower. But as you can see, I'm using the very tip of my brush because that's where I have the most control at. Picking up these really tiny beads. Thank you guys for checking in. I don't see a lot of comments, but because it's Facebook and YouTube, I can always go back and look at the comments. So I can always answer later. If you guys caught me on TikTok earlier and you have any questions about the virtual 101 classes that I'm offering, feel free to inbox me. TikTok won't allow me to send pictures in the inbox, so unfortunately I'm not able to send the menu. But if you want to look at the classes that I offer, they are virtual 101s, so it'll just be me and you in the class, and it won't be a group class. It'll be centered around what you need to learn, and it's virtual. When I was in LA, I still have my LA studio, but obviously I'm not there anymore. I'm in Sacramento, and there's nothing wrong with Sac. Like, I don't mind being out here. We came out here because there was a career opportunity, not for me. I just came along for the ride, and I had the baby here. But yeah, now we don't need to be here anymore. We're staying, but we don't need to be here anymore. So we're going to migrate back on to Los Angeles. I'm not homesick or anything like that, but my grandma's getting older, and honestly, like, I miss my grandma. I don't like being this far away from her. It's like a 6-hour drive from LA to Sac, and yeah, I just shouldn't be this far away from my grandma, honestly. So we're gonna probably finish out the year here and then go back to LA, and then I'll be back in my studio. I kept my studio, it's empty. That's where I used to host all of my 101 classes. When I was pregnant, I didn't do as many, but I'm going to get back to it because the baby will be older. She's 5 months old today. And I usually do, like I said earlier, I usually do my nails, like I do my designs and my videos and stuff in the middle of the night. But then, you know, she starts fussing and whatever, so I stop what I'm doing. I take a pause, take a break, and then feed her or comfort her or whatever I have to do, and then I get back to it. But in the daytime, or right now it's night, it's like 8 something. When her dad's up, he's able to get her, or my 11-year-old truly thinks that it's her baby. So they are in the living room, I'm sure, taking turns with the baby. But when they're asleep, I am all hands on deck. So that's why I don't go live in the middle of the night. I would like to, though, but my kids, I don't know what it is about my last two. Like, they don't sleep through the night. My 5-month-old does not sleep through the night yet. Now, my daughter, who's 11, she was sleeping through the night by 4 weeks. So I don't know what the difference is. My son, oh my God, it took him almost a year for him to sleep through the night. I don't want to do that. I don't want to repeat that with this baby, but honestly, I don't know, maybe because I'm nursing, I'm not sure. I'm going to try different things, but I have to wait until her dad's schedule changes, because I like for him to get his rest. So I'm not going to let the baby cry all night, because then he's not going to be able to get his rest and get up early in the morning. So once his schedule changes and he's working at night, then I'll let the baby cry, because he won't be here. So that's the plan for right now. And then once she's sleeping through the night, then I promise y'all I will be on here in the middle of the night going live with you guys. It's just quieter. I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning anyway. I just like to have backup available when I go live. That way I don't have to stop. Mom life. A lot of you guys, when you guys first met me, Ocean was about 7 months old, almost 8 months old when I first started going live on Facebook. And there would be times where I'd be going live and he would literally be nursing and I'd be doing my nails and he'd be just eating away. I do not want to repeat that. And my kids are so spoiled. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for sharing. Make sure you follow if you haven't followed already. If you have any questions about the virtual 101 classes, just hit my inbox and I will send you the menu. I did post the menu already on Facebook. So if you go and look at my last Facebook post, I did post the menu. Those prices are only temporary. The classes start in June. You can get on my books in June. The prices are only temporary because they're just now starting off. But by the end of the summer, they will be more. So I would suggest you get in while you fit in. I used to do like live raffles. So I guess like what I used to do is like if you share the live, you get a raffle ticket or whatever, and then you win nail supplies or gift cards or whatever. So I guess I'll do like if you share the live, then you'll get a free one-on-one class. And I'll raffle off a free one-on-one class on Fridays. That's what I used to do, either Fridays or Saturday mornings. Using these itty-bitty tiny beads to just build up these flowers one by one. Like I said, they are not quick and easy, so you definitely want to charge for your time and your product. Now, I personally don't charge for glow anymore. I used to charge for like glow-in-the-dark colors. I don't anymore, but they do cost more than regular acrylic. So if you're using glow-in-the-dark powders, you do want to charge for that. And my classes are not just, they're based on what the technician wants to learn. It's not just a huge class just full of information. It's based on the nail tech. So if you want to learn shaping, or you want to learn prep and retention, or if you need to figure out like what nail supplies to get, where to get them, links, etc., there's a whole bunch of different courses. If you want the full course, you definitely can do that as well. But for the most part, it's just about what you need to learn specifically, and that's why these are one-on-one virtual classes. Like I said, it's not a group class. It's about you, and it's tailored to your career. Like there's a lot of posts and stuff going around about like what nail tech should be charging and all that other stuff. And to be honest with you, like if you truly want to charge more, you have to be worth more. Like 9 times out of 10, the average person getting her nails done is just going to go into one of the chop shops because it's easier. But for somebody who cares about her nails, she's going to want you to prove to her why she should be going to you and not the chop shops or not the nail tech down the street. And so you're going to have to be able to provide a different experience. You're going to have to provide better services, better customer service. It's more to it than just, okay, I'm just going to charge my worth. Well, if you're going to charge your worth, you have to be worth more. So it's important to invest in your business. So the way that I have formulated the classes is basically you just choose what you need to work on. You don't have to get the entire course. If you want to, that's totally fine too. Like if you're a beginner and you just want to learn the ins and outs that I know, then you definitely can choose the full course, which is 3 days, or you could just pick your own and go as you and do them as you go. So it's more like an intimate nail tech conversation with me about your career and what we can do to get it to where you need it to be so that you could charge what you're worth. Increase your net worth. So on this nail, I finished off with the leaves on the ends. So I'm going to go back in with the pink and the blue. Now, I have tried 3D brushes from Amazon, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I didn't like them or I had to replace them. So, like, they're good when you first start using them, but then eventually you have to replace them. But these 3D brushes that I have, I've been using them for years, and I haven't had to replace them. I do have a Mia Secret brush. That's a number 4 that I got from a nail show a long time ago that I've never used before because I'm just waiting on like my good 3D brushes to just not work for me anymore. But they still work and they're still good quality and I take good care of them, so I haven't needed to replace them yet. So my Mia Secret brush is just on standby until these brushes don't work for me anymore. And these brushes are, like I said, from Nail Supplies here in California, or in LA specifically. Well, it's not technically LA, but we go to Garden Grove, and that's where like the best nail supplies are. There are some nail supplies like in LA, downtown LA, that they're cool or whatever, but I like the ones in Garden Grove because there's a bigger variety of them. So I'm gonna put crystals on them once I'm finished. I'm gonna pick up bigger beads because I wanna do some bigger roses. So I also have a class available or a course available that is for nail art. I anticipate that being my most popular course because it's going to be the longest one that I have. And I'm going to be showing 20 different nail art techniques, or over 20 different nail art techniques. And I'm going to be doing them with you. It's not just going to be me showing you. It's going to be me and you doing them together. 3D art is something that most nail technicians want to learn. Honestly, I feel like before you get invested in like 3D acrylic art, you definitely want to master just the art of acrylic itself. Laying acrylic, manipulating it, playing with it, just getting really familiar with how to move it, how to work it, and then 3D art will come easy. Like I said, it's not a quick process, but it definitely can be easy if you practice. So as with anything with nails, you definitely want to put the time in to practice. And also when I do the classes, I won't be doing my own nails, but I do encourage the technicians that sign up, I do encourage them to practice on their own nails. I always tell people that, like, a lot of people get brand ambassadors or nail models or whatever, and I just don't personally think that's necessary. Like, we're nail technicians and we have our own hands, so definitely practice on yourself. It's free, and you definitely can take your time. You can mess up. You can really perfect your craft when you're working on your own hands. Now I'll be using the Red Iguana hand. I still prefer my own hands over the fake hands. And if you've been watching my videos, I do have a video that I posted, the difference between like the Red Iguana hand that is pretty pricey versus the little cheaper hands that you get off of Amazon. And honestly, I just don't think it's absolutely necessary to spend almost $200 on a practice hand when you can get a $30 one on Amazon and get in the same amount of practice, especially if you're a beginner. You know, I have to be like really careful with my brush and just really gentle with it and take good care of it, because I got it from a nail supply so many years ago, and I'm 90% positive they don't still have it. So I'm pretty sure I'll never find a brush this good again. Well, I can find a brush this good again, but I'll never find this specific brush ever again. So I take really good care of this one. I have two of them. One of them I didn't take good care of. It still works, but not as good as this one. And then, like I said, I have the Mia Secret brush. It's a number 4. And that I got from a nail show. I believe Wildflowers or Wildflower Nails has a decent acrylic brush, 3D acrylic brush. And I tried to purchase it at a nail show one year, but they sold out. And then they didn't have it online for purchase, so I never purchased it. But I do believe that they have a good one, but I can't vouch for it simply because I've never used it before. I can't even vouch for the Mia Secret brush because I've never used that one either. This is the only brush that I've been using for years. I did for like student purposes, I did purchase 3D brushes from Amazon. And they worked, but they didn't work for a long time. Like, the quality definitely wasn't like Kolinsky quality. So I didn't use those brushes for a long time. But like, you get a good couple of uses out of them until like the fibers and the brushes aren't the best anymore. So if you're really looking for a good brush, definitely go to your local nail supply and just ask them. Ask them for a small 3D art brush. A lot of stuff when it comes to nail art, like, it's not necessarily always about the skill. A lot of times it's about the equipment. Like, if you don't have a striper brush, then you're not going to be able to draw very well on some nails. If you have a really good striper brush, then you can practice and do characters and all types of crazy designs on nails. But you need the right equipment. So practice is just a part of it. Equipment is a whole different ball game. Knowing which products to use, the products that work best. You can be an amazing artist, but if you don't have the right products, then you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. Now, I used to put acetone in the monomer, but I don't anymore because when I designed the C-Tones monomer, I designed it so that I wouldn't have to put acetone in it. I honestly, like I said, I am no longer affiliated with C-Tones. I stepped down last year, so I don't know if they still have the same monomer. I know the powders are all the same because I created those powders, and when I left the company, I left the products. It wasn't like I took the products with me. I still have the products, or I still have products because I use them myself. But as far as like the bulk of the products in the inventory, I left that. Now, when it comes to like the monomer that I designed, or like different top coats and stuff like that, I am not sure about where the company stands or how they get the inventory or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I stepped down, so I don't have anything to do with like the operations or anything like that. So I don't know what's in stock. I don't know what's not in stock. You guys would definitely have to go and see for yourself. I've not been on the website since I stepped down. So when it comes to the acrylic powders, of course, I can vouch for those because I made those and I still use them. But as far as any of the other products, nail art, anything like that, I don't know what's going on. So you're definitely going to have to see for yourself because I don't know. When I left, I did have like a whole 2-3 gallons of monomer, so like I'll probably not have to buy monomer again for a really long time. And I'll probably never have to buy powders again because I just have so many that I've created over the years. I got my other phone in my lap and it's all accidentally posting stories and stuff, so sorry y'all. Oh, but thank you guys for checking in. I appreciate you. I know I'm on late. I know I'm on late. I'm sorry. I'm like totally on my baby's schedule and not my own schedule. But she's 5 months old today, and hopefully like she gets with the program of like sleeping through the night. Once she's sleeping through the night, then I'll be able to go live a lot more often. But for the most part right now, I just do my videos in the middle of the night. Then when her dad's home, and he gets home early, but I let him like unwind and like live his life before I start asking him to keep the baby. But June will be different. June will be a lot different because then I'll be teaching classes. We already talked about it. We already got a little team strategy going. But honestly, I'd rather go live later, cause then my kids are settled down. Like, I don't know who told me to have all these kids, but my kids are settled down. Oh, congratulations to all of you guys with like graduating kids. That's super dope. My little one, well, she's my big one. She's about to go to the 6th grade. I'm super excited for her. I feel like my daughter is like coming into her own. Like, I try to think of like who I was at the age of 11, but my daughter is just so much different from me. Like, her life is just so much different from what my life was at her age. So I try to like sympathize with her, but like some things I don't understand. So I try to just like, she's such an innocent little girl. She's such an innocent kid in a world now where like so many children are exposed to so much. I get scared because she's just still a kid. She enjoys being a kid. She doesn't want to be grown. She doesn't act too grown. She's not super advanced for her age. Like, she just enjoys being her age, and I allow her to enjoy that. But there's so many kids that are just exposed to so much, so it's scary for me. I just enjoy letting her be like an innocent little girl. And I know like she's going to hit these preteen years and these teenage years, and I'm not going to know what to do with her or myself. I truly like understand now when I heard like people saying that just boys are easier, because like their puberty is just like, it's just not as scary as a girl's version of puberty. So I'm gonna duke it out, y'all. Like, my kids aren't on social media. Sometimes I feel like I shelter them. I feel like compared to other little girls I know that are my daughter's age, like I feel like my daughter's super sheltered. And I know that's not like a great thing, but honestly, like I just cherish it because I see like other little girls her age and I'm like, oh no. I'm scared. I don't think I'm doing this right. Okay, I'm gonna put the pink one right here. And then on the next nail, I'm gonna put the pink one right here. So it's kind of gonna go like diagonally when I hold all of my nails out. But again, y'all, thank you for tuning in, for checking in. I know I don't go live nearly as much as I used to, but I appreciate you guys. One day I'm gonna get it together. Well, when my kids get it together, I can get it together. But for now, I'm on their schedule. I'm still a homeschooling mom, stay-at-home mom. Never thought that I'd ever do this in life. I always thought that it would drive me crazy, but in all honesty, I have such a sense of peace. It's crazy out there. Maybe I'll bring my little one on live with me one of these days and do her nails, because she's getting that age. Like, I'll allow her to get her nails done. I wasn't allowed to get my nails done until I was like 16, and that's because I was going to prom. And even then, like, I got in trouble for getting my nails done for prom. So I'm just not that mom. I don't think like her having nails or having her nails done is just gonna make her like, I'm not gonna slut shame my child for having her nails done. a lot of us grew up getting slut shamed in our households for like little stupid stuff. Like, I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things that are just innocent for little girls. So I try to allow my daughter to just express and like explore her femininity. Like, I was a tomboy, but I don't feel like it was because I actually wanted to be. It was just I wasn't allowed to do girly stuff. And then ironically, I became a nail technician. Thank you guys for checking in. Make sure you share the live. I've been doing my nails like almost every night for like a week now. I know my neighbors probably be looking at me crazy, like, she be on the balcony every day taking pictures of her nails. I really do. I wait till like a certain time during the day when the sun is high and it looks nice on my balcony, and then I go and take my pictures outside. They're probably like, she don't even come out her house for real. I really don't. I come out the house on the weekends. I take my kids to do social activities and hang out with other kids, and then I take my behind right back in the house. And there's no sense in me getting used to Sacramento because I am not going to be here long. I'm going right back to LA. Going right back to LA, back to my studio, back to go see my grandma. My grandma be like, why you got all them kids out there? My grandma be like, you need help. You need to you need to be here so I can help you. And I'm like, Grandma, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine out here, which I am. But like, my grandma's just getting older, and there's no point in me being so far away from my grandma. I know it's definitely different times in other time zones. It's like almost 9 o'clock out here. Oh, my phone died. My other phone died, so I don't know what time it is out here. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. It's either 9 o'clock or it's almost 9. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's like after 9, but this morning I had a Zoom meeting, and it was 5:30 in the morning because like I'm always up at 4. I got to get up at 4 every morning. I make breakfast, get the day started. My gremlins are quiet, so that's the easiest time for me to get up in the morning. There's a little fruit fly in here. He's bothering me, and he's trying to be all up in my video. Sorry, y'all. I get up super early in the morning. So at 5:30, I had this Zoom call meeting, and I didn't know that the person that I was having the meeting with was all the way in the UK. And he was like, it is not 5:30 out here. Like, it's daytime out here. I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, it's 5:30 out here. He was like, do you get up this early every morning? And I was like, I do. I'm up this early every morning. Like, that's when my house is the quietest. Now, I think that the small roses are cute, but I like the bigger roses better, honestly. Because they're bigger, you can see a little bit more detail. Also, if you've noticed, I do less petals on the bigger flowers than I do on the smaller ones. And thank you guys for watching my TikToks. I appreciate you. I'm trying to get more active on TikTok. I know you guys are just familiar with me from Facebook and YouTube, but I'm trying to get more active on other social media outlets except Instagram. I hate Instagram. Not even gonna hold you. There is nothing about Instagram that I enjoy. I was about to say how toxic it is, but then in the background y'all can hear me watching Bad Boys. That's embarrassing. I need some type of drama in my life, and Zeus is it. Zeus is it for me. Make sure you guys drop some purple hearts, some purple or pink hearts for Tina Turner. I woke up today, like I took a nap today, and I woke up at like 4 something to see the news of her passing. That's terrible. I know these past few years, I bet have been extremely difficult for her, because I think she lost like 2 of her sons. 2 of her sons have passed away within like the last like five years or so. Tragically at that. So as a mother, I couldn't imagine outliving my children. So I know that she had a rough few years, and then to hear that she's been battling all these different illnesses, glad she's at peace now. I think it's so cool though, like when I hear of people like living in other countries, like I genuinely want to live in another country. Like she passed away in Switzerland. Like what? I want to live in Switzerland. Like what's so amazing about what's so amazing about Switzerland? I want to go. And then I was having a conversation the other day, and we were just like, would you move to another country? Like, would you be okay like living in Canada? I mean, like, I would live anywhere outside of the U.S. I know this sounds crazy, but I would live in Mexico. Like, every time I go to Mexico, I have a good time. I enjoy it. So, I don't know. I don't feel like the U.S. is as amazing as other countries believe it is, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing here that just makes me feel like I have to be here. Like, other countries are healthier and happier. So, gnat is bothering me. I'm gonna spray it with some glue dryer spray. How the hell did I even get a gnat in my room? Normally, it does not take this long for me to design my nails. Normally, I do like something cute, like earlier or yesterday, last night. I did the cheetah print and the marble. That did not take nearly as long as this is taking. But like I said, when you're doing your 3D art, it's going to take longer. You definitely want to have patience with yourself and your process. And you definitely want to charge for your time, for your knowledge, because this isn't something that just all nail techs know or all nail techs learn. Definitely have to invest in your time to figure it out, get it done. Definitely have to practice a lot. It honestly, if I would have been consistent, I would have learned 3D acrylic art fairly quickly, but I wasn't consistent. And so it took me years to truly master like the roses, the different designs. And even when I thought I had it down, I look back at it and I'm like, ooh, those are bad. But honestly, it's not easy to find somebody who teaches it. 3D art was partially one of the reasons why I ended up getting my job in Beverly Hills when I started working in Beverly Hills about 6-7 years ago. The owner, I brought my portfolio in, and the owner was like, "Oh, you do 3D art?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, And that was one of the reasons why she hired me, because she didn't have many, if any, nail technicians who did 3D art at the time. So it definitely sets you apart, because there are clients who want it or are looking for it and know that it takes skill to do. Depending on how intricate the art is, like, it could take longer than the set itself. And most importantly, just have fun, practice a lot, use your own hands to practice, because you are going to mess up. It definitely takes a minute to kind of master. But if you're trying to master 3D art, definitely start by mastering acrylic first. And then everything else will just fall into place. When you know how to move your acrylic around, it'll all work out. If your monomer makes your product a little bit runny, add a couple of drops of acetone. Or if you have like monomer that you were using the day before that you closed up and covered up, you can use that too. That will work. You don't have to use fresh monomer for 3D art. The crystals that I'm going to be using, they're nothing special. I just use small ones. Cute, small little crystals. And some brush-on resin. The brand doesn't matter. My favorite brand is Mia Secrets brush-on resin. Oh, this little fruit fly is killing me, but it's attracted to my light. I don't know where the heck it came from. Like, all these days that I've been sitting here at this nail desk in my room, today's the day that maybe because I was outside on my balcony for a long time. I don't know, but it's bothering me. It's pissing me off. But I'm using brush-on resin. Like I said, the brand does not matter. Crystals, like I said earlier, most of my products are still from Cetones, but I am no longer affiliated with the company, so if they still have them, I have no idea. My guess would be that they do, but I wouldn't know. I'm not for sure. So you would have to go on the website and check. And if you have, if you'd like to speak to somebody from the Cetones team, you still can. Just go to like I'm sure they have like a contact page on the website where you can email them directly or like chat with them directly. But again, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure you share the live. If you guys have any questions about the virtual classes, feel free to inbox me. I did post the menu on my page already, so my last post on my page on Facebook is the menu. I have courses as low as $50, and each course is tailored to the person taking the course. These are not group classes. These are virtual one-on-one classes that we're going to do together online. It's just going to be me and you, and we're going to work on what you want to work on. Yeah, like that. So the prices are for the month of June. After that, once things start booking up more and get more popular, then the price is going to go up. So definitely take advantage now while you can. You can choose what you want to learn. You can pick your own selection of classes based on what you need to work on or what you would like me to help you with. You can personalize your class. So we can talk about branding. We could talk about social media. It's kind of limitless. If it's about the nail world, I definitely can help you. I've been licensed now for 12 years. I've done other things in the meantime, like during this time. Like at one point I did taxes. At one point I was bartending. But I always say nails is like that abusive ex-boyfriend that you always go back to because you can't leave him alone. Well, now that I'm older, I don't say that anymore because nobody lives like that anymore. Well, I'm not saying nobody lives like that anymore, but like when you get older, you realize like you eventually leave that abusive ex-boyfriend alone for good and you don't look back. But nails hasn't been that for me. I've always looked back. I've always either done my own nails, even when I wasn't like in the nail industry, I would be doing my own nails. Like when I was bartending, I did my own nails, and I ended up doing like my friends' nails or people that I met at the bar, like their nails, because they would be seeing mine. But it wasn't like full time anymore. And then at multiple points, I went to college, and so I couldn't do nails full time anymore. So, yeah, there have been times where I did other things, but I never stuck with those other things. I've always went back to doing nails. And then when I started teaching and doing like online stuff, doing my content online, that's where I kind of found like my place in the nail world. Because honestly, like as a nail technician, you're not going to want to do nails for 40 years. Eventually, you're going to want to become a teacher or a salon owner or like just expand on your nail career. Because in all honesty, the way we hold our hands and hold the drill and the file and all that other stuff, eventually our hands aren't going to be able to do that anymore. I know a lot of nail technicians who have been in the industry for 20 plus years, 20, 30, 40 years, and they complain about how their hands don't work anymore or how they have arthritis now. So doing nails is not something that you do until you're 70. You eventually have to stop. So if it's really your passion, then you start integrating other ways to stay in the nail world. And for me, it's been content creating and teaching. Okay, so the nail spray that I use is nail glue dryer. It's called Hurry Up, and I get mine from Amazon, and I believe you can also find it at Sally's, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't bought this stuff from Sally's in years. I just get it off of Amazon. I don't know how much it costs, I'm sorry, but definitely you can type in Hurry Up nail glue dryer spray. This is what it looks like, and what it does is it solidifies the glue immediately so that the crystals are adhered and they're safe, and your client can basically walk out. They don't have to wait for the glue to dry. and it keeps those stones intact. So if you're having a hard time keeping your client's stones on, this eliminates air bubbles in the resin or the glue that you're using, and it works on any nail glue or any resin. It even works on super glue. So like if I break a nail, I'll glue my nail back on, and then I'll use the glue dryer spray to solidify it immediately. And this is the only one that I use. There are other ones, but I don't like them. This is my favorite one, and it stinks. It smells like a morgue. I tell everybody that. Like, it smells really bad. It doesn't smell bad. It's just like a really deep chemical smell that like you wouldn't want to inhale too often. So it doesn't really smell that good. But it's the only one that I use, and you can find it on Amazon. And if you want to know where I get my products and all that other stuff, I do have an Amazon storefront. I'll drop that in the comments. And if you want a detailed list of where I get my products from, each and every product, all the products that you need to do nails, to complete a full set, hard gel, etc., etc., I do include that in one of my classes, and it's only $50. So we'll sit down together and we will talk about it. We'll go on all the websites that you need to go on. We'll do it all together. Yeah, and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions about the online courses, definitely send me a message. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. I'm done. I'm going to take pictures and videos of these, and these are going to be my pride nails. I probably won't do another set of pride nails for the month of June. I'll probably just do like Father's Day and blues and greens and bright stuff. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed the live. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure that you share the live, and I'll start doing raffles again. Maybe raffle off some free classes. So thanks again for watching. I love you guys, and God bless.